My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this by the way is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club, you can put a rod, alignment rod in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion, and if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions. To dip your head. Watch where that line is. You're going to cross that line, and that's because of your inside takeaway. So whenever you swing too far in, you're going to push your head toward the target. I'm sorry, toward the ball a little bit. Your weight's going to go forward a little toward your toes. So that's a problem. But it's not a big problem. I mean, the takeaway should look, what you got to focus on is don't change the angle in your left wrist. As you turn back, the angle in your left wrist has got to stay the same.
Right.
If you move your hands on the takeaway and you hinge back, that's called horizontal hinging. When you hinge on a horizontal plane, that's going to get the club too far to the inside. But your swing plane coming down is nice. It's good. But you do move forward on the ball. In other words, you've always had this. You move toward the target. I'm sorry. You do two things. You move toward the target
and toward the ball.
And toward the ball. A little too much for my.
Right.
So, the way to fix that is, I think you have too much weight on your heels. That's what I have that pressure mat for, to really adjust your weight from heel to toe. So, you start on your heels and you actually move to your toes.
Yeah, you're right.
And you should start more on the front part of your feet and move into your heels. Move into your heel.
Right.
So that would help you. Just balance will help you better. Just being more aware of that. But again, that's not as big a problem for me as sliding in front of it. Albeit they're both issues, but so heeling, one of the drills I would do is lift your heels off the ground and then rock back into the ball. Rock back into your, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just feel like you're loading your heel more on the backswing. So like just be aware of where your weight's distributed. They don't go forward much.
Right.
On the forward swing. This is a lady pro, but she's not going forward much there, you see?
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter of weight distribution on the backswing, feeling like you're loading up a little more into the heels. I think that'll help you a lot. And in terms of the swing, I don't think there's a whole lot wrong, really. I love where your club position is at the top. The club face is square. I mean, the left arm, it could be a little bit lower, You see where his left arm. One of the things I like to see is I like to see the spine angle perpendicular to the left arm plane.
Right.
Your left arm's just a little bit high here. I like to see the left arm more across the chest.
Right.
And more across the right shoulder. I think that will help you.
Got it more there?
Yeah. I think for your build that would be better.
Right. You know who has an obvious swing like that? I think it's swing 6 out, but I mean it's Ricky Fowler. To me,
Yeah.
it's like
Yep.
he's got really.
Yep. So that gets rid of the steepness in your wedges.
Right.
See, if you can keep that swing a little more round, that'll get you more shallow with your wedges, so you're not chunking it.
Right.
So, you know, Zach Johnson, he's made more money than in the last decade and a half. He's like the third leading money winner. Watch this takeaway and you'll see what I want you to have.
Right.
You see there's no hand action. His left wrist remains the same angle. The club shaft points into his right hip, towards his right hip. You know, it's not, you know, yours is just going in a little bit quick. That's all.
Right.
Anyway, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And I'll show you something else as far as the pelvis. You know, his weight's more on the middle of his feet, and as he turns back, his hips go forward a little bit. You can see that, right? So, you know, it's not a, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know that's an accurate video because I put a circle on the ball and the camera's not moving.
Right.
So I know somebody used a tripod, which means that that's accurate in terms of how much movement he's got. So he's moving forward a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Slight.